Stop hiding your scars. There's a dog at our dog park that only has one eye. And I've seen this over and over and over when someone new comes up and talks to that dog's mom. They say, oh, you should have an eye patch over that. Now, the eye patch would not recover the sight of that eye. The eye patch wouldn't be like a prosthetic limb that serves the purpose of what used to be there. The eye patch would only be for us, the onlookers, because it's kind of a cool thing to see something with an eye patch and have a cool story, and we want to make it a pirate dog or whatever the case may be. And in this case, it is kind of funny and it's kind of amusing, and we have, you can connect an amusing reason to it, but the reality remains, when we think it through, a lot of us will put on covers, we'll put on masks, we'll put on different things to make sure other people don't see the scarred part of us. Other people don't see what didn't work out in our past. And I'm not talking about just physically, it could be physically, but I'm really talking more about in your life, in your story, the things that didn't work out. Me, I have a quadruple bypass that I got 10 years ago, and I've got a giant scar. And what I've noticed is that as I allow that scar to show, what it does is it causes people to ask questions. It causes people to say, oh, I can identify with that. I got a this or I got a that. And people are less worried about their scars not showing as a result of me allowing my scars to show. That's the way it should be in our life, is that when things didn't work out, when things almost destroyed us, it could have been relationships, it could have been a job failure, it could have been goal failure, it could have been whatever the case is, financial ruin, whatever the case is, it left a scar. And those scars are what we spend so much time for no reason trying to cover, not for our own sake, not because it's going to be like a prosthetic limb that all of a sudden, because we're doing this, now we can function more normally. No. That scar exists as a result of something that really happened, but that scar also is a testimony that we got through what already happened. And other people need to see us displaying our scars sometimes. So many people are running toward the eye patch aisle when it comes to hiding the thing that didn't work out or the thing that we feel like is missing in our life. Now, that dog roams around the dog park and has the time of its life. It plays with the other dogs. It does all this other stuff. Why? Because it has learned to function without that one thing that we say is missing. And perhaps it is that you think something's missing because it's no longer there and it was once there. Friend, let me encourage you by saying this. If it never gets replaced, there is still life right now. You're still breathing right now. You're still able to function in other ways right now. And could it be that you are stronger in other areas as a result of what has left a scar in that one area? I don't know what your future is, but I do know in your present, you're listening and watching this right now. And I was sent here. I was sent here on the earth at this time for one of these reasons, and one of the reasons is to remind you to stop covering your scar. Stop being ashamed. Stop being embarrassed. Stop being like, I hope people don't know this part of my story. It doesn't matter if it's the worst part of your story and people know it. It's left a scar, and that scar is evidence that you made it through. You're here now. Stop looking at the scars that other people, stop trying to hide it for the sake of other people. And allow things to show, allow things to flow, allow yourself to be proud of the you that you are now, even with the scar that happened before, even if the scar is a result of something you did. And now you've left a scar, you've left traces, you've left this evidence. And I hope they never find out this about me. It doesn't matter if they find out that about you, because you already know that. God already knows that. You have to answer to yourself in the mirror every night before you go to bed, and try to go to bed with peace in your mind and peace in your heart. Stop hiding your scars and be liberated from the obligation of trying to cover it for the sake of other people. It's not worth it, and you deserve to walk in freedom. You deserve to have liberty in this area. Stop covering your scars.